So, I have a guitar from a friend of mine. It's big and heavy. Last night I was, he needed a little work on it, so I fixed up, just needed a little adjustment with the neck and everything. An Epiphone Dot, it's big and heavy, and last night I laid it on the couch, and I didn't realize that our little Chihuahua dog was underneath a little blanket on the couch, and I put it on top of him, and I was wondering why it was like wobbly, so I lifted it off, and he poked his head out and looked at me like, what the heck are you doing? So, anyway, it's a heavy guitar for a semi-hollow body. This is the same friend that I put together the Telecaster that was really cool, so definitely check out that video. And kind of my joke, just in my own head, because I amuse myself, is that he has cases that are worth more than my instruments. So anyway, this is a case that is definitely worth more than a lot of my stuff. So there we are. So I have it out, and a pick fell out of the case. So I'll be sure to stick that back in there. So it's a little bit out of tune, so I will tune it up, and I'll be right back, and we'll run it through its paces. So, all right. So I have it tuned up. Let's get more presence. It's out of tune again. Oh well. Okay. Get my pick slinger. Let me turn it up a little more. Okay. First off, it sounds great. I know people complain a lot about the Epiphone humbuckers and stuff, and you know, I mean, how many types of pickups are there in the world? I don't know. Like Seymour Duncan has hundreds. I don't know. So of course they all sound different, and it's totally up to you. And pickups are really they're a big part of your tone for an electric guitar, but also they're kind of a small part of your tone. You know, every step of the chain matters. So I'm certainly not downplaying pickups. They matter in the grand scheme of, you know, your final tone, but your amp matters, your speakers matter, like everything affects everything. So to say like, oh, the pickups stink, I mean, maybe you just don't like them with your amplifier, with your speakers, with your effects, with your playing style, whatever. But I have no problem with them. They sound cool. The guitar sounds cool. Unplugged. It has sort of that like mid-rangey, woody kind of a tone that I would expect from this type of a guitar. I've never really played one. I've never really had one. But it's what I would expect. It just kind of has that like woody, kind of cool, mid-rangey, thick kind of sound to it. It sounds awesome. I like it. The pickups are, they sound a little brittle-ish. I don't know if there may be ceramic or something. I don't know. It could just be the amp, all that. But it sounds cool. I am not used to the size and everything, sort of the layout of everything, the switches and the knobs and the bridge and the pickups, but it sounds nice. I like it. It's an Epiphone Dot. I realize I had not mentioned that before, but I like it. I like the headstock shape. It's cool. It's cool. Binding on the front and back. Semi-hollow construction, the classic cherry finish. It's cool. What is there not to like? This is a classic guitar, and it sounds great. Here's what I don't like, and this is entirely just me. The neck is too big for me. It's not gigantic, but it's definitely beefy, and I'm used to a thinner Strat, kind of late 60s, early 70s, kind of thinner Strat neck. It's thicker, but you know, that I think has a lot to do with the tone. A guitar's neck, I think, affects the tone of the guitar a lot. It's not just the body, it's not just the pickups, it's not, like I said, it's every step. I think the neck plays a role. And the thicker, chunkier neck, I'm sure, is helping this to have that thicker, chunkier tone. But it's a really cool guitar. And, you know, if I didn't have too many guitars to begin with, I would definitely look into getting one. It's a nice guitar.